Heading off this morning with my two boys, James and Ryan, for 3 nights up in Lakefield National Park. I just bought this boat a couple of weeks ago. I've been over a year now since I sold my little tinny. Haven't had a boat, and it's I've been missing it. That's why there hasn't been so much fishing on the channel. Probably be a little bit more of it from now on, now that I'm on the water again. Haven't been to Lakefield before, so yeah, I've seen a few posts from other mates that have been up this year already, and the barra seem to be going alright. It's bloody cold again this morning though, 10 degrees, so hopefully the water temp hasn't dropped too much. Well, not real enthused about the 4.5 or 5 hour drive up there, are we?
No.
So we're going to stop off in Mount Malloy and meet up with other guys who are coming up. And from there it should still be about 3.5 hours. Just reached the dirt. We've got about an hour to go apparently. I'm just going by what Google Maps tells me. They're sometimes a bit wrong, but should be pretty close. Road has been surprisingly good the whole way up here. You'd have no dramas at all getting in a 2-wheel drive if it's like this. We're apparently 5k's from the Kalpowar crossing campgrounds now, so yeah, I don't think it's going to get too much worse in the next 5k's. I'll update you if that changes, but I think you could get here in 2-wheel drive, no worries. Well, much quicker setup, just me and the two boys. It's a swag each. 2 boys are in the double. I got the single. Gazebo for the kitchen, a couple of tables, chairs out near the fire pit. I've got set fire pits here. I bought some wood from home because it's a national park. You're not supposed to use any from here, so all set up. This is Liam, forgot to introduce him earlier.
Howdy.
His young fella Hollis is around somewhere. There he is, over at the toilet block right near the campground here. Yeah, plenty of room for Doug as well if he does show up tomorrow. I just set up the Starlink so I can give him a call and see if he's gonna still come or not. First time I've used this Starlink roam, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'll give that a run, and then we might nearly go down here for a swim. I reckon it's pretty hot. There's other people swimming and they haven't been eaten yet, so looks safe enough for me. Alright, time for a swim. Could be cold. Oh, it's actually pretty good. No, it's not cold. So good. So good. Well, she's a bit of a heavy old beast to get off the trailer, but we got there eventually. Some guys on bikes coming through. Alright, we might as well throw some lures out and see if we can get a bite. Bit of trolling. No action as of yet. I think, like most places, you're going to have to hit up some people that have been here before and find out a few tricks to really start catching fish. Well, learnt my lesson. Didn't put the lid back on this. Got back and the eggs were all over the place. The crows have been into them, so lost 3 eggs. We'll have to keep everything covered. And no fish, so not a great first afternoon. Get the fire cracking. Blowing a bit of a gale here this afternoon. Doesn't seem to be bothering the boys. They're having a fat time. Well, cook up some sausages, get some dinner happening. Sit back and have a fake beer or two and relax. Sausage and bread, pesto pasta. Having a win? What do you reckon? Good sausage, taco flavoured. Bit of bush TV, fake beer. They're not terrible, these beers, considering there's no alcohol in them. Kids are off playing. Neighbours aren't too close, which is good. Not a bad spot. Just hope we get a few fish tomorrow. They woke me up about 6. Not a bad effort for camping. The boys are still asleep. It's a bit surprising. They're normally the first ones up, but they haven't poked their heads out of the swag yet. So got the fire up and running. Coffee shouldn't be far away. And we'll head out and check the cherubim traps and hopefully get a bit of live bait fishing in today. A heap of cockatoos over there, glad they weren't about too early. Weather's much better this morning. Wind has died down completely, but apparently we might get a bit of a storm tonight. Anyway, not the end of the world. Swags should be waterproof. Bacon, eggs, hash browns. Start the day. First morning, gonna troll up, check these pots, see if we got any live bait. Yeah, it's alright. Look out for some crocodiles. Alright, boys are all wanting to use lures. We only got 2 cherubim. 3 pots this morning. I'm going to chuck one on. Pretty sure everyone's going to change their opinion once I catch a barramundi on this one, but meanwhile they're all using lures.
I'm casting down to the back of the boat.
Okay, what do you got? Prawn? Good cast, mate. Electric anchor's working alright.
But how will the prawn catch a barramundi?
That's what they eat, mate.
So I can catch a barramundi. Fine. Cairns prawn lure hanging.
Yeah, that'll be a good bait if you can get it somewhere where there's a barra.
Is this a barra classic?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I reckon a couple more casts and we might do a bit of trolling again. I can't believe nothing's had a chop at that cherubin sitting out there in those snags.
I can't believe nothing's had a chop at mine.
That's a big prawn lure. Nobody's having any luck. I reckon trolling's as good as any. We'll troll up until we see another likely looking spot.
This is tangled.
Yeah. Oh well. I reckon it might be a bit better up here in the little narrow bit. Looks fishy anyway. Can't get too much further up that way. It looked like about 8 or 10 k's you could get through on Google Earth, but it doesn't look like we'd get that far. I don't know, could be nearly 8 k's I suppose, but from camp to here. Still haven't seen a single crocodile. Oh, that's a cast. There's got to be a fish in there. Alright, I'm going to throw a cherubin in. Last chance, trolling back to camp for lunch. My lure seems to be hitting the bottom and it's about the most excitement we've had all morning. Not a single touch. Very quiet. Lunchtime, go for a swim. Fishing was a bit disappointing this morning, not a single touch, but oh well. Worst days fishing's better than the best days working, so still good to be out here. I'm going to go down and throw a cherubin in down here after lunch, see how I go. Sit on the bank, watch the bait for a bit, maybe flick a lure. Now I'm going to sit in here, have my coffee, relax in the water for a bit. Water temp's 27 degrees apparently according to my sounder, so still nice and warm, but it's better than out here. Alright, Liam's going to babysit for a bit while I go take these couple of cherubin just downstream to that next little water hole and see if I can get a fish. I'm not a huge fan of the gently sloping banks here. Croc probably wouldn't have too much trouble getting out of the water pretty quickly here, but I think if I sit here behind this log, there's a bit of a steep bank there, should be fairly safe. There's a nice little snag out in the water there, hopefully some barra sitting on that. I've not seen a single croc still the whole time we've been here, so that's a bit of a positive, but just because you don't see them doesn't mean they're not here. They almost certainly are. Alright, I'll throw a bait in first and then I'll flick a lure around for a bit. Chuck him on. If there's something in there, you would have to be interested in that. About a metre of play between the float and the bait. Beautiful. Gotta be something in there. Sheridan seems to be swimming pretty strong though. Might have to send him out a bit further. I'll flick a lure for a bit and see what he does. Alright, gonna run 2 Barra Classics. One's a 3 metre, one's a 1 metre, and then this little deeper diver. So I'll have three lures out, just me in the boat. See if I can't entice a fish to bite. They got to come on the bite at some stage. Gonna give it about 15 minutes at 4 k's an hour, and bump it up to 5 for 15, and bump it up to 6 for 15. If we don't get any action, just to see if it's the speed that's the problem. But I have tried a few different speeds already this morning, so I doubt that's it. I think it's probably just the moon phase at the moment. They're not biting. Water temp's fine, it's 27 still. 29.7 it reckons there now. Anyway, we'll try whatever tricks we can to see if we can manage a bite. Well, not a touch. It's been 45 minutes coming upstream. I had one rod bent over once when I first bumped it up to 6 k's an hour. I think it must have been a snag just hitting the bottom or something. By the time I stopped the boat, it was off whatever it was. But yeah, it's 45 minutes up, 45 minutes back. My lamb roast is going to be done, so I turned around. I'm on the way back. Still doing 6 at the moment. Yeah, it's been everything from 3.5 to 12.5 metres in depth that I've gone through. There's fish on the sounder in a lot of places, but I think they're just not hungry. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Well, another day draws to a close. Sun's going down. Boys are playing on the boat trailer. Not quite so windy tonight. Fishing has been exceptionally hard going, as you've seen, but it is a beautiful spot to stay. Just saw some guys at the boat ramp on the way back in from fishing. They just took a picture of a little freshwater croc just out from the boat ramp there in the water. That's the first evidence of crocs I've seen since I've been here, so they're not as prolific as I was led to believe. Neither are the barra, just quietly.
It's starting to rain.
It's off the rain.
Why is that big?
Fancy marshmallow going, mate.
Good. Super good.
Well, I haven't seen a single croc, so we're coming down here to the crossing at night with the spotlight. See if we can see anything.
Yeah.
There you go, up there on the bank. That's a croc.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on a little bit of a diagonal line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so small.
No, there'd be a freshie, it's not huge.
It's a freshie.
He's a long way up the bank, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Very small one. He's basically skinny.
Just chill on the banks and then get a bright light shine.
What if the big
on
one's
your eye.
shiny torch over there?
God, all these bugs are a bit savage.
Yeah.
Rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah, one of them got my mouth.
Oh, Sunday morning pancakes, just like home, mate. For the win. Alright,
Not as good as Mum's ones, mate, but definitely won't be.
here we going with some jam.
There'll be plenty coming. We're only about halfway through the mix.
Winning. Millions. Oh, there's a couple. Yeah, nice.
There is a few in there.
4 or 5. Decent little baits. Beautiful. Cheers.
We can get a big daddy.
No big daddies, I don't think.
They're all
Is there any more traps?
Some little Jimmy James and some little Ryans and some little Hollisons in there, I think.
3.
Is there any more traps?
Yes, mate. There's another
Yes, maybe
2.
there's a big daddy in the next one.
4.
Daddy spend all their time trying to
5. Got 8. 8
Holy moly.
in that one.
Oh. They must
Still
have
one in there?
liked that
Still one in
bait.
there?
Yeah, 9.
They must have liked that bait.
I did.
Nine.
There's a big nipper from a big one, but he's not in there. Well, the fishing's not looking much better today. We've got 3 live cherubin in there around this snag. Nobody has had a touch. Liam's up there flicking lures, same result. It's all a bit rubbish, isn't it?
The best we've ever gotten to that on this whole trip is cherubin.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go for a walk, bush walk. Apparently there's a track that starts down here somewhere. I think Liam knows where it is. Go for a little wander while there's not much else to do in the middle of the day. Then we might go for a swim because it's getting pretty hot again. Everyone's packed up and buggered off today by the looks of it. Not many people left. It is Sunday, so I guess most people are working tomorrow. We're not going home till tomorrow. Well, if I'd known how long that was going to be, I would have taken more water. Yep. 4 or 5 Ks. Took us over an hour. You can walk here, mate. We can see camp again. Not the best walk with a 25 kilo backpack. Well, time for a swim. Yep, bit cooler in here.
Get wet and go in the water.
Mm.
You made me fall back.
Yep. Come down here near camp and throw a few of these cherubin out. See if we can catch anything. There you go, mate. Just stay back away from the water. Is that the fish? What's going on here? It is.
A fish already?
Yeah.
That's my rod.
Oh, sorry mate, you're a bit slow.
What is that? What fish is that?
Archer fish.
That's big. That
Oh.
counts as me catching it.
Oh, he nearly got away. Counts as you catching it, you reckon?
That was my rod. Well, Dad reined it in.
He took that shrimp straight away. Well, last little chance. Gonna give these barra one more go to bite. Go for a little troll. And then I'll have to pull the boat out of the water and call it nothing. I've got 3 different barra classics I'm going to run this time. I'll go for a run up one side, back down the other. See if we can get a bite. Well, gonna call it a day, I think. I just passed another bunch of guys fishing just up there. He said he's never been up here and seen it this dead. Cannot get a fish on anything. So yeah, just here at the wrong time, unfortunately. As happens with a lot of my fishing trips. I really need to start planning my trips around the moon phases. Anyway, couldn't really get away any other time from work, so it is what it is. It was a good trip. First time I've been away with the boys on their own, so that was fun. And it's a nice spot, and there is a lot of barra here when they are biting, so I'll be back. Try again next time. Well, got him up out of the water on my own. Pretty happy with the maiden voyage for the boat. Well, obviously not a maiden because it's a pretty old boat, but it's the first time I've driven it, so yeah, pretty happy with it. Can still launch it on my own, get it out on my own. It does have an electric winch there too. I'll have to figure out how to hook that up, but hand winch isn't too bad, she's not too heavy. Well, pity we didn't get any fish, but it's a good test drive for the boat anyway.